What is going on, my fellow hustlers? So I'm about to take you on another day as being an entrepreneur. So if you're new to the channel, I'm a real estate agent. So typically the way that we operate is we are 100% accountable for our own schedule. Still waking up, but the caffeine's gonna hit and then you guys won't get me to stop talking, just saying. But gonna go throughout my day and just show you how things are as far as like what it's like to just be your own boss, you know. And I like to start my morning off, you know, with meditation and prayer, which is why you saw the Bible. I always make my bed first thing in the morning too. I used to never really believe in that, but I think like 2 years ago I started doing it. It just became habit, and it's true, honestly. Like after a long day, like it does feel nice to come back home to a made bed, or even after the gym, and not have to worry about making it. So I recommend making your bed first thing in the morning now, only because I didn't believe it until I did it, and so now I understand. But yeah, so I have a meeting with my coach today. I actually have a couple different showings with a couple different clients. I got some personal things that I got to get done too, so I'm just going to take you guys throughout my entire day basically, and show you what it's like, you know, to run your full schedule, what it's like to show homes, you know. And I had a training yesterday. It was kind of last minute, and they taught us, or didn't teach us, but they showed us, like, if you are having a season where things are kind of tough and you are trying to figure out like how to keep going, then this I guess this strategy, or this, let's say, I wouldn't know how to say it, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in this video. And I want to take you guys, I guess it's like a practice, let's just say it's like a practice, but it's to help you see why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. And sometimes we all kind of need that reminder, especially during the rough times, like when things are very slow, when it looks like our back is against the wall. We have to remember what is called our why. And so I want to do that with you guys later on in the video. I am going to do it later because I want you to continue watching, so keep watching. I'm about to get this workout in. Not much, just still working. I got another contract this week. I got my my lot in Canyon Lake under contract, and so that's set to close this month. It's a cash deal.
Here's the thing, right? Like, quantity or quality?
It's quality.
And how much time is too much?
All right, so call's been done for a little while. I still got my showing. It's at 2:30, so I still got a little bit of time. It's 11:52 currently. I also had to take care of a few things for work, like making calls. I have a closing on the 13th. Had to make sure my seller could sell the day beforehand. You know, just like little things that I had to take care of. So time freaking sped up because my call's from 10 to 11. So about in 52 minutes before I hop in the camera, like I was just slamming things because I'm also cooking right now. So I'm about to make a burger. So I do lean meat. I can put the specific calories and everything. So I guess when I finish, I'll show you guys that. And I'll put like the macros because I calculate everything. If you know me already from my previous videos, I'm just, the way that I do one thing is the way that I do everything. So I treat all my goals the same way. So as far as like my physique and things like that, I want to make sure that I'm eating my meals and fitting them in. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. This morning when I went to the gym, it makes sense why it took me kind of a second to wake up. I guess I'm feeling slightly under the weather. I don't want to like say it and put it out there, right? Because I don't want to get sick. But I don't know if you guys have ever felt like when you have caffeine, when you're feeling kind of like sick and you still force yourself to go to the gym, which I still think is good. I think you're gonna sweat it out. But like, it just feels like your heart is pounding like crazy. but your body just feels tired, right? And your mind, maybe the music's not even hitting the same. It's just a weird feeling. So that's kind of how I know now that I was feeling the way that I was feeling. So I'm gonna take care of this meal real quick. I'm gonna get that done before I go to the showing. I'll show you guys the showing. I think after the first showing, I definitely want to teach you guys what my training yesterday had taught me on discovering your why and how to keep pushing through when things get low. Because don't get me wrong, we all have our lows, especially as entrepreneurs and business people. We're gonna fall. It's the inevitable. If you didn't fall, then you didn't really gain anything, right? Like imagine if everything just went right the first time, like your ego's just gonna get super inflated and you're just gonna feel invincible. And don't get me wrong, I wanna feel invincible, but you know, I'm a man of God and I know that we are not invincible. And you just got to take these falls as learning curves or growth opportunities. And it happens to all of us. It's happened to me too many different times. I feel like I'm always added on the God's strongest soldiers list every year. But let's keep it going. So I got here at the same time as the agents showing this house today. Wish me luck. As you can see, I've been here quite a few times, but we're gonna have 30 of these. And of course, because it's a luxury house, they're not always selling. And I'm also starting to feel a little bit worse. So I'm probably sick. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this, and then we're gonna do the practice that I said after this. And then we'll see where we go from there, depending how I feel. So the showing is done. Ooh. Have a couple checks from a couple rentals that I did that I'm gonna go pick up before I go back home and try to prepare myself for the remainder of this day. So I'm gonna get the car started. Still feeling kind of off, but you know, we're out here. So I'm gonna keep working if I can. Of course, if I feel really bad to the point where I don't think I should work anymore or let them know, then obviously, you know, I'll keep my distance or not go. So let's keep this vlog going. So just finished my HEB trip. As you can see, just grabbed a few things. So from the showing, I went to the office to get my checks. Got paid on a Friday. That is awesome. I just wanted to show you a couple pickups I got. So just in case, because I'm supposed to work this weekend. So imagine I haven't worked in like almost 3 years. So it's crazy, kind of nervous. Haven't had a job in a while. And of course, business decides to start picking up like crazy, right? So we'll see how long I can stay committed to that, although I would like to, because I'm just the type of person, like if I commit to something, I'm going to commit to it, right? So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so liquid IV hydration, because I know I'm going to be outside, plus immune support. Why not, right? Just get some extra in there. Got some protein bars because I'm afraid to lose the gains. I only get to eat once, so I'm not allowed to, like when I have full control of my schedule, to eat my meals when I want to eat them, right? So have some protein bars for tomorrow. And then other than all the other stuff that I got, which is just groceries, Tylenol. So let's feel better. And let's get that little practice going. So I'm gonna do that with you guys right now as soon as I get back to the house, and then we'll go from there. And then I can try to take you on my last showing, but it's an agent open, just meaning that the other agent has to open the doors for us. But if I could show you a quick peek of the house before the agent gets there, or you know, when we're leaving, let you know how it goes. We're gonna submit an offer, and that'll probably be my day right there, because I'll probably just have dinner when I get home. I've been watching Chosen One on Netflix. I'm definitely enjoying that show. It's about Jesus, and so it's kind of emotional, but it's really good, really good. So recommend it if you are a follower of Christ, and if you're not, you know, still love you. About to try this liquid IV plus the immune. So let's see how it tastes. But are you guys ready to do this this practice? And I want you to really do it and like really visualize it. that's just kind of, you know, how he had us do it. And I mean, I'm more of a visual person. He didn't mention like, hey, visualize it, right? But I did. And there was a few tears that were shed in the room, honestly, mainly amongst the women, you know. But, you know, it made me feel some way. It did make me feel some way. I'm not going to lie. And so we're going to go over that, and I'm going to do it with you. And there is going to be one portion where we close our eyes. And if you are in public, it's only going to be for a few seconds. So just do it if you can. If you're driving, do not do it. Keep your eyes open and pay attention to where you are driving, okay? So if only if you are stationary and not anywhere crazy, you know, then close your eyes if you are able to. Let's just taste this real quick because this is immune and hydration. Good, hell yeah, cool. So what I want you guys to envision is there's a huge piece of plywood, right? It's 100 feet long, so it's like, you know, like really, really long, right? 100 feet long and 6 feet wide, which is pretty big, right? 6 feet wide. So it's definitely some walking space, right? And imagine if I had $100 in my hand and the plywood is just on the floor and I'm on the other end, and your goal is to walk all the way to the end and to be able to get the $100. So if you want to win the $100, all you have to do is walk to the end of the plywood, which is 100 feet long, and you'll get $100. And so I'm more than sure a lot of you would do this, right? Like, think about it. Is this something that you would do? And then, so I'm assuming the majority of you say yes, because there's no risk, right? Nothing's gonna hurt you. And so now imagine that same piece of wood, 100 feet long, 6 feet wide, on the top of like 2 different skyscrapers, huge, huge. You're just way above, like you're looking down and it's like, I mean, it's your death, right? Like you're gonna die. It's probably breezy up there because you're so high up in the air. And it's 100 feet away from each other. So you have to walk 100 feet over like thousands of feet, which could basically be your death. And instead of holding $100, I'm holding $1,000. Would you walk across that board 100 feet for $1,000 across 2 buildings? And it's just a piece of board. It's just held on there. You know, there's nothing specific. It's not drilled in, so don't become over analytical. Although I do that. So it's just a piece of wood on top of 2 buildings, 100 feet away for $1,000. I wouldn't do that personally, not for $1,000. I mean, if I fought to my death, like, was it really worth $1,000? Of course not. Like, there's so many ways you can make $1,000. And that was the same reaction we had in the room, right? So everybody was like, no, I'm not gonna walk that board for $1,000. But of course, for the $100, like there was no risk, right? Like who wouldn't do that? That's easy. Like walk 100 feet just to get $100 with a piece of plywood on the floor for 100. You know, it's just a lot easier. So on this one, and I'm gonna do it with you. So if you open your eyes and you're looking at me and my eyes are closed, I'm telling you right now, it feels funny closing my eyes on camera like this, but I'm gonna do it even though I'm not in public. But if you are in public, why not? You know, get out of your comfort zone for a second and you're gonna feel a lot better about it. So let's just close our eyes for a second. So now you are on top of the building still, and you know, you look over, you could potentially fall to your death. The buildings are still 100 feet away from one another with the same piece of wood. And now you're looking on the other side. And you can see the other end. And when you see the other side, you see people that you care about, people that you love, people who are close to you, whether that be family, friends, just anybody who would matter, you know. And just think of the people, the first people who usually come to mind are people that you really care about. And so it's the same scenario as the $1,000, but instead that building is burning and it's gonna crumble to the ground. And you can see on the other side the fear of your family, the fear of your friends, you know, the people who are closest to you, your spouse, your children. And on the other end, you can save them, but the only way to save them is to go across that board to the other side and to bring them back. You can open your eyes now. But now you visualize that. Would you cross that board? I know that I would. I immediately thought of my family, and I could see it. Like, if you visualize it, you clearly feel it, you really think about it. Like, if that building was about to crumble, you would take the risk to go save your family. And so these are like moments in our business, right? When sometimes I think that a lot of people, when they get into business and they want to be that change in their family, they want to bring that generational wealth. They want their kids to live a completely different life than they're living. They want to be able to take care of their mother, their grandma, their siblings. And in these scenarios where like business can get really slow, or just things don't seem like it's going in the direction that you want it to go, this is where you have to remember your why. And 9 times out of 10, what you envision right now was your why. Why are you doing what you're doing right now? Why do you want to change your life? Why do you want to keep pushing in that business despite the way that things look? And there's actually this video I saw with Kevin Hart, and he was like, you have to be like, or to wake up every day and to do the same thing, over and over every other day, and not see a result, but know that the result is there, is like a real hustle, right? And that's how it is with business. I can't tell you how many times I've shown houses, made calls, like I put hours into my business and I didn't get a return. And of course I'm getting return throughout time, right? It happens. But there's times where like it took 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, to really see a return coming from that and to pull myself out of struggle. And I'm still growing in my business. I'm not a multimillionaire agent, but I am still, well, now I have a part-time job, right? But regardless, it looks like I still could have continued to make it self-employed. But of course, I just want to speed up the process and get a new car and other things like that. And so it's just, you have to think about your why. Why'd you get into this in the first place? Why'd you have this idea? And that's what you have to use when times get really slow and times get really hard, to remind yourself, hey, I'm gonna take these hits for a reason. I'm taking these hits for my mom. I'm taking these hits for my children. I'm taking these hits for my spouse, because I want to give them a life that I didn't have and that I want to be able to provide for them. And of course, we have other things we want to do. Like, I want to travel the world for months at a time, and that's something that's going to happen. I will travel the world for months at a time. I want to have my luxury vehicles, right? I want to have fun. But if that's not going to drive me, it's not big enough. And maybe for some people it is, and more to you if that's a drive. But I know for sure when things get crazy that, there's bigger, deeper feelings behind why you started your business in the first place. And so I hope that helps you as far as finding out your why, if you don't know your why, and maybe helping you rediscover it. Maybe it fired you up a little bit more. So right now I'm gonna eat my second meal, actually my third meal of the day. And then I'm gonna go do my showing. I'm gonna see if I can film that for you guys, but if not, I'm probably gonna end the video right here. And I just wanna say thank you so much if you even made it this far. I super appreciate it, and I would super appreciate it if you gave it a like, leave a comment down below if you felt like that practice, kind of helped you see why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. And if anything, I'll catch you guys in the next video.